Okay. So here we go. So we'll start from the beginning. Did you know from a young age that Aiden was different?
Define different.
Come on.
Different in the way of transgender?
Oh, both. Maybe.
No. No, I didn't. Not at all.
Yeah?
I had no clue. Megan was very tomboyish. And that's all I really thought it was.
Yeah, but that would have been the hint. That was the.
But it wasn't a hint. Yeah? That's just, she was a tomboy. And, okay, Aiden, you need to go off to the side a little bit. And Jordana, better. Yeah, I want to talk to her, not you.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay. So then, I'm not going to ask you the classic, like, when it happened, because I spoke to him about that. But were you surprised when he first told you, and how did you first react?
I was surprised.
That he was transgender, yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised, obviously, as any parent, I guess, would be. But I think I reacted differently than most parents would be. I think most parents would have been more shocked, would have been more, in disbelief, and would have tried to tell him that he wasn't feeling what he was feeling, and, this can't be real, and are you sure? When he told me, everything clicked. Like all those things that I had no clue about, like I didn't have any idea. All of a sudden, it was like, oh my God, how could I not have seen all of that? How could I not have put all of those pieces together? And of course, now it makes sense. So I wasn't shocked. It made sense. It almost made everything, let me shut this off, excuse me. It almost made everything, it made the world fall into place. I'm sure very much like Aiden felt like when he finally came to terms with this was what was going on with him, and this was truly who he was and what his path was, and that he finally realized and recognized that he had a peace within him. As a parent, it was like, oh, I can deal with any problem as long as I know what the problem is, and we'll go forward, we'll deal with it. Now we knew what it we'll deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Good answer.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love when you give me a lot to work with.
Oh, all right. Tell me when I should shut up.
No. The more, the better, really. Or I don't know.
By the way, what is the paper for?
Well, it's not a paper. I'm writing a story for my journalism class.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So if it's good and my teacher gives me some good feedback, I'll probably edit it and try and submit it somewhere on campus. So maybe I'll publish an article about Aiden. That's the plan.
Fantastic. Well, if you need anything more, follow-up, backup, whatever.
Yeah, thank you. That'd be awesome. I'm very excited about it. I thought it was going to be great. That's why I asked him to do it.
Yeah, I was the lucky pick.
You were really the only option.
Good subject.
No, but like nobody else really would do it to the extent, to the best. I know, I figured you would be willing to speak to me, and I know Aiden has great friends that are actually conveniently in the same hallway as me.
And Stefan literally lives down the hall.
Yeah, that is part of the beauty of it, is how open he is about it and how supportive, his family and network and the people he surrounds himself with. So there's a lot of good material, but you also get both sides.
Exactly.
And there's not just that one perspective.
Yeah, and I was very happy to hear that Aiden's very open about talking about these things. Yeah. Not everyone would expect someone to be so open about this kind of thing happening to them.
And I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay.
And sometimes being that open isn't always good. Mm-hmm. But you go ahead with your questions.
This is true.
Well, that's a good one. That's a really good quote. So I'm glad you said it. I like this one. What kind of advice would you give to other mothers or parents in your position?
the bottom line is you love your child, all your children, and you want the best for them. And whether it is whatever the situation in their life, you need to be there to support them and love them. And whether it's that they're transgender or they're gay or they've got diabetes, it's no different. It's something that your child is dealing with, and you just have to be there to support them and love them. Because really, the alternative, at least in this situation, maybe not diabetes, obviously in a very extreme, you could lose them. But in this situation and statistically, if they're not supported and they're not loved and they're not able to take this journey safely, statistically, the children who commit suicide are so great. I was not going to have my child be one of those statistics. So you got a choice. You're either going to help your child through this and help them do it the right way, which was something that Aiden and I had a very clear deal and understanding when we discussed this day one. What?
No black market hormones.
Yeah. He had to be open and honest with me. He couldn't do anything behind my back. He had to do everything smart. And I would support him 100%. But he couldn't do anything behind my back because I couldn't help him if he started doing things crazy. So for other parents, if you don't help them, they're going to find a way to do it. And they're going to get bad advice. And they're going to go off deep ends. And maybe it might work out for a small percentage of kids, but the majority of kids, it's not gonna. So, you've got outside influences. Are you worried about your family and what they think? Are you worried about your husband, what he's going to think? Are you worried about how it looks in the community? Fuck all of them. The bottom line is your kid.
That's my mom.
Hell yeah. That's so true.
The bottom line is your kid.
And aren't you lucky to have her?
But you talk to her and you immediately see why I am the way I am.
Yeah, it's so true. Okay, now this is the kicker, the last question. Do you miss your daughter?
No. I've been asked that, and I think sometimes I question myself, why don't I? Like, what's wrong with me? And I remember that little china-skinned, curly-haired, you know what a polka is? In little Jewish babies or in the Jewish religion, the thighs that have the rolls and it, and those are polkas, and they're delicious, and like you want to eat them up. Megan had polkas, and she had the most beautiful skin. I mean, Aiden still got the skin, but it was like curly hair, and she was pink. She was such a girl. And then I got this tomboy, and loved Megan the tomboy. And then we got this whole transition. Obviously, first we thought Megan was gay, and which is normal to first come out as gay before you come out as trans. But my youngest child is still there. Not that Megan's still there, but my youngest child's still there. My youngest child is just there in that body.
I'm right here.
Yeah, so I don't know, and I don't know why I see it so clearly, and I don't know. I can't explain that. I'm still trying to figure it out in my head how I have it. Why am I so okay with it? So many parents, and I've spoken to so many, and I've read so much. They grieve the death of that child. I just don't. My child didn't die. My child's alive. My child is alive. My child is healthy. My child is happy. My child could have died. Does that answer your question?
That's amazing.
Can I add something that might help you further? You keep things like the box in the loft with the pictures, and and I know you've had moments where you go back and you look at them, but how does that make you feel now that I am the way that I am?
You know what? When I go and I look at those pictures, I look at them with you. I don't ever have moments where I go there and I look by myself. I don't ever have I don't go there and look at it mourning or sad or anything. Anytime I look at them, I'm with you.
Okay. Well, recently, we looked through a lot for the interview, but I don't think we've really gone through
I haven't looked at them since then, except that I haven't quite put them back in my safe yet, so they're still in my jewelry box. So if I open up the bottom drawer of my jewelry box, they're there, and I see them, and it's happiness. It's not sad.
Good.
But I just don't have that. I don't know. Maybe I'm a Tin Man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did Steven just laugh in the background?
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't.
Though. It's
but you know what? But I'd rather.
What did he say?
He said Aiden's cooler anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a quote from my brother.
Yeah.
I'd rather be okay the way I am this way. I don't. You know, and I've got one daughter who does her girly PMS and drives me nuts. One was enough.
That's what I say.
Yeah, but I will tell you this. Nothing is worse than when he gets PMS.
Yeah.
It's not really PMS, but the couple days after my hormone shot, I'm a cranky guy.
I'm writing a book.
Yeah.
Because you can't make this shit up. Oh, wait. We had a company outing today.
Oh, God.
And we played a game where everybody... What?
I just want to know how my junk is related to your company outing.
I'm going to tell you. Stand by.
Oh,
So we had a company outing and we played a game. And I had everybody tell a extraordinary fact about themselves. And then we had it all on a piece of paper and passed it around and everyone had to guess whose fact went with who. So there were no names attached to it. It was like a connect the columns. Mm-hmm. So my fact said, I gave birth to 2 daughters and 1 son, and I have 2 sons and 1 daughter.
But when my interview played, your whole office watched it, so they know that.
Everybody knew the answer.
Everyone knew the answer.
Everyone knew the answer. And on that note, no, I think I'm good, but seriously, if you have any more questions or you need anything,
definitely.
Don't hesitate.
That would be awesome.
Go
Thank
take
you
your
very
bath,
much.
lady.
I'm going to go take a bubble bath.
Good.
And go to bed.
Okay. Call me tomorrow.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
Jordana, it was really nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too.
I hope to see you when I come up for
fall ball.
Fall ball.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here.
We'll all be very excited.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Love you.
Bye.